Barring a couple of friendlies and the odd World Cup qualifier, the football season comes to an end at Wembley on Monday with a playoff final in the Championship. A 10-month trawl of the good, the bad, and at the times, well, Luis Suarez, downright ugly. Biting, that is, of course. But we're all about positivity for the next 10 minutes or so as we focus on examples of great sporting behaviour in football. Paul Smith from the Great Sportsmanship programme has been through the multitude of examples to select his season's top 10.
There were so many, it was difficult to choose these because I spent about a day sifting through all the stories that we had. But let's do a top 10. So in 10th place was Manchester. Manchester United versus Swansea. 75,000 Man U fans waving goodbye to Ferguson with their little red flag stating Man United Premier League champions 2012-2013. But they issued to the Swansea City fans thousands of white flags stating Swansea City Capital Cup winners 2012-2013. So I thought, fair play. Nice touch. Number 9, over to the UAE. And we have the Gulf Cup semi-finals between the UAE and Kuwait. And the UAE striker Esmail Matar scored a last gasp winner with just 2 minutes to go, followed by, the usual antics of celebration with the minutes ticking away. So the Kuwait fans were going berserk. And in fairness to him afterwards, he was big enough to stand up and apologise in front of the cameras and say, I shouldn't have done that. Not many players today actually apologise, and he did so, and thought, well, fair play. So he gets number 9. Number 8, over across to Italy and Sicily in particular, a game, youth league, Italian youth league, between Palermo Prima versus Vicenza. And after 20 minutes of play, Vicenza put the ball out after an injury. And Palermo's David Peterman inadvertently hit the back of the net when he returned the ball. But they insisted that the opposition should be allowed then to kick off and walk the ball into the net.
I'm going to say it's happened before, hasn't it?
It's happened several occasions, actually.
Which is great to see as well. And it might seem a rather unusual thing, but as you say, you mentioned Millwall.
Yeah, Millwall 2002 against Bournemouth. They did just that, So number 7 spot is Dublin. Over to Dublin, Ireland. I was there for this World Cup qualifier between Austria and Ireland. It's a serious game. Both are going for second spot. And with both teams at each other's throats, the Austrian keeper Heinz Linder made a point-blank save, at which Ireland's Shane Long kind of gave him a high five, and they both grasped each other's hands just for a nanosecond, and the game went on. And it reminded me of Eusebio and Alex Stefani way back in 1968, the European Cup final, that magical moment. Number 6, moment over to the USA, non-league football, a beautiful photograph. All these stories are on our Facebook, the Great Sportsmanship Facebook page. The photograph here is a beautiful photograph of the opposition footballer, a girls under 10 game in the Westchester Youth Soccer League, and the opposition player is tying the laces of the opposite goalkeeper because she's got big gloves on, can't get them off, can't do her laces, and they've all heard don't play with loose laces. So just the photograph is so beautiful, and it made me think, without oppositions, you don't have a game. So, it's that respect for opposition thing, which is so nice.
The respect is an important thing, though, isn't it? And also the fact it's a game that you want to beat them, they want to beat you. However, you're all on the same pitch, you've all got the same aim, which is playing sport and enjoying playing sport.
Enjoying playing sport. And the number one, which I'll give you in a second, is the ultimate extremity of the joy of pure competition against each other for the sake of it and not for metal or whatever. Anyways, number 5, top sportsmanship moment in football this year was a non-league football match in the UK. Aylesbury United were playing Shirvenham FC, winning 4-0 in the quarterfinals of the Burks and Bucks Senior Trophy. When the match was abandoned after Aylesbury's Lee Bircham suffered a double break, and he's brother of Mark Bircham, QPR's Mark Bircham. And normally that would be a replay. Even though they're 4-0 up, it would be a replay. And in fairness, hats off to Shirvenham FC, but they honourably asked the FA to let the result stand because they felt it was just proper.